Hey everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. If you've ever looked at your home and thought, okay, but what is it actually worth right now? You're definitely not alone. This is one of the most common conversations I have with clients, especially people who are thinking about selling, but they're not quite ready to make a move yet. And honestly, it can be confusing because you might see what a neighbor sold for. Maybe you checked an online estimate, or you've heard different things from different people, and none of it seems to fully line up. So, in this video, I want to break this down in a really simple way. We're going to go through how homes are actually priced here in St. John's, what really makes a difference to your home value, why similar homes can sell for very different prices, and what strategy actually works if you're thinking about selling your home. So, what is a CMA? So, you've probably heard the term CMA around. This means a comparative market analysis. All this means is that we're looking at homes that are similar to yours that have recently sold, not just listed, not sitting on the market, but actually sold. Because at the end of the day, the market only cares about what buyers are willing to pay now. This is really important. A CMA is not the same thing as an appraisal, and it's not the same as your city tax assessment. Those are completely different things. An appraisal is typically done for a bank. It's a more formal and often more conservative approach that focuses more specifically on your home. A tax assessment is used by the city, and those values can be outdated and they're not really reflective of the current market. A CMA is focused on what's happening right now in the real estate market. So when I'm putting one of these together, I'm looking at recent sales in your area, current listings, which would be your competition, and what buyers are actively doing, because the goal isn't just what is your home worth, it's what would your home realistically sell for in today's market. So, why homes aren't always directly comparable? This is where things get a little more nuanced. A lot of people will say, well, the house down the street sold for $420,000, so mine should too. And sometimes this is true, but a lot of the times it's not, because there are a lot of factors to consider when comparing homes. For example, a 2-apartment home is not a comparable to a single family home. Even within the same street, you have a completely different buyer pool, and then you have different layout, condition, upgrades, your lot size, how much parking you have, do you have privacy, and even how the home shows in person will make a difference. Buyers don't compare homes on paper, they compare how they feel when they walk through them. And those small differences can easily shift value by 10, 20,000, sometimes even more. So pricing isn't just about pulling numbers, it's about understanding how your home fits into the current market. What's happening in the market right now? This is probably the most important piece. Your home's value isn't just about your home, it's about what's happening in the market in St. John's at the time. So we're going to look at things like how many similar homes are for sale right now, how quickly are they selling, whether buyers are competing on these homes or are they taking longer to sell, The interest rates also have an impact because this will directly impact how much buyers can afford and how they behave. For example, in a competitive market, buyers might stretch and pay more. In a slower market, they're more cautious and selective. So the exact same home could sell quickly over asking at one point in the market, and the same home at the same price could sit for a long time depending on buyer conditions. Pricing strategy. This can make or break your sale. This is where I see the biggest mistakes happening. A lot of sellers think, let's just price a little higher and see what happens. And I understand the logic. You want to leave room to negotiate. But what usually happens is the home sits, buyers start skipping over it, and it ends up needing a price reduction. And once that happens, you've lost momentum. On the other hand, when a home is priced properly, it gets attention right away. More buyers come through your home, and this in turn can create competition and over-asking offers. Here's something a lot of people don't think about. It's not always just about price, it's about your offer conditions too. When a home is priced well and demand is strong, you're more likely to get cleaner offers with fewer conditions and stronger overall terms. So you're not just maximizing price, but you're improving the quality of the offer as well. Online estimates versus reality. A quick note on online estimates. They can be very helpful if you're just looking for a general idea of pricing, but they don't see the condition of your home, your upgrades, the layout, how your home actually shows. And those are the things that buyers care about the most. So if you've looked at one and thought, this doesn't seem quite right, you're probably right. What I do when pricing a home. So when I sit down with a client, I'm not just pulling numbers, I'm looking at recent sold data, current competition, how your home compares in real life, and how buyers are behaving right now. And then we'll talk about your goals, because pricing isn't just a one size fits all. It can change depending on how quickly you want to sell, whether you're buying and selling at the same time, or if you're just exploring your options. If you're thinking about selling, whether that's in a few months or even a year from now, this is something we can look at pretty easily. I do offer free CMAs where I'll come by your home and we'll walk through it and chat about what your home could realistically sell for, what's happening in your specific area, and what a good strategy would look like for you. There's no pressure at all to sell. It just gives you a clear starting point so that you can make an informed decision. So reach out today and I'll come by and do a free CMA for you. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Tara's Take. If you found this video helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you all next week.